For the first question of how do you envision your role in the position contributing to the overall mission of our organization? Well, that's pretty easy. The two main things in the company of Capgemini's mission statement is people matter and results count, and that's an easy role to fill in for me because that's something I've been going my whole life with just various jobs that I've been in and just through life experiences. Is that I know that with a company, people matter. People bring up your revenues, which also brings up your results. So that's a pretty easy role for me to fill in. The second question is how would you go about establishing your credibility with the team? I just know from playing sports, the easiest way to establish your credibility is just going out there and doing it. Uh, Practice, coming in early, leaving a little late, showing your peers, showing your manager, whoever you're working for, that you're actually dedicated to the job and that you're willing to learn. That's something that I do that will easily establish my credibility within the company because I'm willing to learn, I'm eager to learn, and I will stay here as long as I have to grasp something. So it's just by doing it and showing people that you care about it, and that way people will tend to hover over you more and want to help you more when you show that you are willing to learn, and that is something that I possess. For the third question, can you describe a situation in which your work was criticized? Easy. Many situations more my work has been criticized. Before I get into that, the one thing with me is I love criticism. Constructive criticism is just another point of view from somebody else on what you could have done better with the situation. I guess one example would be when I was working at a law firm in Atlanta, Georgia, as for the trustee, for bankruptcy trustee. Um, she wanted me to give her a template for her calendar when she goes to court. She gave me pretty broad instructions on what to do with the calendar, so I just went with it. To the best of my ability, I did everything in a pretty timely manner. And she came to me while I was doing it and told me that I was taking too long and I should have been done about an hour before. And instead of getting mad or just going back at her with excuses, I looked at her. I said, "Okay, you're right." So now I know. I handled the criticism well, which I always do. I love getting criticized on what I do because I think that I'm always willing to improve on something that somebody else thinks I should improve on, especially a superior. Another example is for basketball. After every year, we sit down with a one-on-one talk with the coach, and he pretty much tells you if he's going to renew your scholarship for the next year or not. He goes over your performance for the whole year, even off the court performance in school, social media, stuff like that. And it's just like being in the job role. You have a peer in front of you who is giving you criticism and who is also telling you stuff that you did good as well. And you just have to handle that the right way. You have to be mature. You have to know that it's never personal. You have to know that they're looking out for your best interests, giving you the criticism. For the next question, what irritates you about other people and how do you handle it? I guess the main thing that irritates me about other people is people that come off cocky in the workforce or just in life in general, or people that don't seem like they need any help from anybody else. And the easiest way to handle that is to not combat that with just even more negativity. Um, Normally, people like that in my life, I don't really like to be around like that. But if I have to be around somebody like that in the workforce, then I just have to learn to work with them. It's going to be kind of impossible to change their mindset, so you have to tap into their mindset and kind of make it to where Um, it seems like they're not really getting the help because people like that think that they know what they're doing no matter what, which is just fine, I guess. But you just have to tap into their mindset and understand where their mind's coming from and talk to them in their language to get a point across to where they actually listen to you and don't think that you're just trying to one up them. The next question is, what can you offer us that others can't? The one thing I can offer you guys is mental toughness. I'm an extremely mental tough human being. I've been broken down many times before, and I always come back up. I know that I will fail. That's just a part of life. I'm not scared of failure. I embrace failure, knowing that I'm going to be back on top, regardless, sooner or later. When the failure does happen, I'm going to work harder to make sure that failure never happens again. I stay focused on what I'm doing, and I'm an enthusiastic human being. I love to talk. I'm a people person. I keep a smile on my face, and I just like to just stay up and just keep going at what I'm doing. The last question is, if you could choose any superhero power, what would it be and why? That's easy, man. I've always wanted to fly. I would fly just so I can fly around the world and see all the different places for free. Because if I could fly, then uh, not given the United military airspace, if that's out the equation, I just fly everywhere. I go to India, Africa, wherever, and fly just to tour the world. Thank you.